For the best prices and service on Pokemon TCG singles and products, check out ccgcastle.com and use promo code Evolutionaries-5 for 5% off your next order.
What's up, Pokemon trainers? My name is Magician's Descendant, and today I'm going to be filling in for N because of reasons and stuff. So, from what I'm told, this is called Deck Tech Thursday, and the deck he built for you all to see is Mega Mewtwo with Espeon. Now, I'm doing this, of course, because N is a good friend of mine, but if between you and me, don't tell N I told you this, but he's kind of annoying sometimes. Worst of all, he takes nothing seriously. Just, ugh. And then high-pitched, annoying voice. Those dumb jokes. He's just so immature. Anyway, again, keep that a secret, guys. So, anyways, we're going to get into these Pokemon deck profile. Hopefully I do it right. So starting off here, we have 3 copies of Mewtwo EX along with 3 copies of Mega Mewtwo EX. Now, Mega Mewtwo EX has this attack called Psychic Infinity, where 2 colorless energy does 10 damage plus 30 more times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon. And from what I am told, this does a lot of damage over time, and that is a very big deal. And there's also a combo you can do here with Mewtwo's Shatter Shot and Damage Change. Damage Change, you switch all the damage counters on this Pokemon with your opponent's active. Sounds pretty cool. And Shatter Shot does 30 for each psychic energy attached to him. Pretty cool as well. Mewtwo, I always liked Mewtwo as a kid. When the first Pokemon movie came out, and Mewtwo was just awesome. And I think all these years later, he has a Mega Form that is OP and needs to be on a ban list. Why does Pokemon not have a ban list? Like, they just allow all these powerful cards to roam. Oh well. So, there was the lineup there. And next up here, who I think is adorable, we have 3 copies of Eevee here with the ability Energy Evolution. When you attach a basic energy from your hand to this Pokemon, during your turn, you may search your deck for the same type of evolution that matches the energy. And the type we have here is going to be Espeon GX. Now, it took me a bit to understand this whole EX thing, but GXs? Wow. Brain blown, but it's practically the same as EX. So that's pretty neat. So this Espeon GX here has 3 attacks. Has Psybeam, Psychic, and Divide GX. Psybeam does 30 and confuses your Pokemon. Psychic does 60, and the 30 more for each energy on your opponent's active. Kind of similar to Mega Mewtwo Wise Attack, so that's pretty cool. But Divide GX is the big one here. You put 10 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. So, you get an early Divide GX on your opponent's Pokemon, then just start sweeping in with Mega Mewtwo for game. Sounds pretty good to me. Next up here, we have 2 copies of Shaman EX. Why can't we have a card like this back in Yu-Gi-Oh? You bench it, you draw it till you have 6. Man, Konami would never even print a card like that. But, you Pokemon players have it good. Have it so good. And last up here, we have 1 copy of Hoopa EX to search all of our EXs. Though, unfortunately, cannot search the GXs. But thanks to Eevee's ability, we don't need to search for it. So that will do it for our Pokemon lineup. Now let's go into our supporter lineup here. First off, we have 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Amazing card. You discard your hand and you draw 7. Why can't Konami give us a card like that? Next up here, we have 2 copies of N, the good playable card, not the annoying friend I deal with. And if you're watching this, I love you, but you're annoying. Alright, next up here we have 1 Professor Kukui and 1 Lily. Lily and Kukui are awesome. Just saying, boosted damage on top of the boosted damage you're already getting with your Mewtwo. And Lily drawing up to 6 is okay, but on your first turn having the possibility of drawing up to 8. Pooh, that is awesome. Alright, next up here we have 2 copies of Lysander just to bring up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active for a quick knockout or just to buy yourself some time. And last but not least, 1 copy of Hexmania, because shutting down abilities once you've used all of yours is very nice indeed. And nothing else to say about the supporters. Pretty standard stuff from what I'm told. Alright, now for our item counts. First off here we have 4 copies of Ultra Ball just to help search out our Pokemon. Next up we have 4 copies of VS Seeker. Another standard card in every deck. Getting out support from your discard is amazing. And I really hope this card comes back in this next set I'm being told about. Alright. We have 3 copies of Mega Mewtwo Spirit Link here next, just to make sure that we don't have to give up our turn when we Mega Evolve. And to help search out that, along with basically everything trainer-wise, we have 3 copies of Trainer's Mail. Such a good card. This, it's gonna also really stink for the Pokemon players when they lose this card. But, who knows, maybe you guys will get lucky and they'll reprint this in the future. I'm praying that happens for you Pokemon players. Alright, so next up here we have 2 copies of Floatstone, just to give those fat, heavy retreat cost Pokemon an easy way to escape the active. It's mainly going to be used for our Espeon GX. Though we don't really have to use it for Espeon GX, because as you can see right here, it only has 1 retreat cost. It'd be mainly for your Hoopas and Shaymins. Hoopa mainly because that 2 retreat cost is blah, and you really don't want to attach energy to Shaymin unless you're going for a Sky Return. So, but no, still, nonetheless, 2 Floatstones help out quite a bit. And since this deck gets more powerful with energy, we run 3 copies of Max Elixir, along with 2 copies of Mega Turbo. Now, Max Elixir puts a basic energy onto one of your bench basic Pokemon. EX or GX or non, doesn't matter. And Mega Turbo just gets a basic energy from your discard onto your Mega Pokemon. So, really, really amazing stuff to have for this deck. And last up for our items here, we have 1 copy of Special Charge. Being able to get back 2 of our special energies is amazing, especially for this deck, because losing your double colorless for your Mega Mewtwo is not good. Not good at all. Alright, so for items, this about wraps it up. There we go. And now for our stadiums. We run here 2 copies of Shrine of Memories and 1 copy of Parallel City. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Shrine of Memories is for Mewtwo's damage change. And whenever you evolve into your Mega Mewtwo, as long as you have this card still out, you could still take damage and then just damage change it right back to your opponents. So a really cool combo there. And Parallel City is just going in just about any deck these days because it's so good. Either limit your opponent's bench or fill up your bench with Hoopas and Shaymins, then just play it on yourself to get rid of them, so no easy knockouts for your opponents. And also having reduced damage from pretty common types right here, fire, grass, and water. Because I know a lot of Decidueye and Lurantis are out, fire for Volcanion obviously, and from what I am being told, the next set has a lot of water support, so being able to limit water damage is pretty dang cool. So that does it for the stadium lineup. And now we're going to go into our energy counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basic psychic energy. And 4 double colorless energy. So, yep, this does it for our energy count. And this will about wrap it up for the Mega Mewtwo deck profile. Now, even though I filled in for N today on profiling this, I will not be substituting him in the battle, because I have a lot to learn about Pokemon, the card game, before I could challenge Professor K. Now, Professor K seems like a cool guy. Like, he seems serious about it, he cares about cards greatly, and is completely mature. I think I could be friends with that guy. And another thing I don't get about N, why does he hate Hawlucha so much? Like, Hawlucha seems like a really cool Pokemon. He's a flying master wrestler. What is there to hate about that? And you're my friend, but I don't get you sometimes. So, Anyways, I hope you guys don't mind me filling in for N here today. And if you guys get a chance, or even have the slays not interested in Yu-Gi-Oh, go ahead and check out my channel, Magician's Descendant. We actually just recently hit 5,000 subscribers, so yeah, I'm feeling really proud and happy about that, and I could not do it without all my viewers out there, so thank you all so much for that. And yeah, I'll be hopefully seeing you guys around on my channel. So, this has been Magician's Descendant, and I will catch you trainers later.